Happy Monday, my darlings. I found my ears. I found my ears like, Happy Monday to you. Happy Monday to you. I know, the air is heavy, Doc, but that's okay. We're going to talk about it over our cup of coffee. Yes, we are. Did Unky Drunky Whiskey PD actually admit on air that this was a months-long planned operation? Because if so, that's a horse of a different color, isn't it? That changes a few things, doesn't it? And that makes me twice as disappointed in not just the mainstream media, because I know that they're state-run, but the independent guys on here that are falling into the fear-mongering part of this, as if we didn't do anything, as if they're just going to do something to us for no reason. They're chanting. They're making the chant, you guys. They're coming for us. Why would they be coming? Can we continue on to that part? They keep stopping just short of what happened. So, darling, usually I don't do this for my Monday recap, but we're going to do a rabbit hole because I saw that part where now they changed the story again to, well, actually, we got communications that Iran was going to activate cells. And so that's why Stinky left the G7 and came running over here. No, it's not. No, it's not. Okay. They already ran through 3 different excuses for why they did what they did. First, they said they did it because there were nukes and they were going to do, even though there was no intelligence of it, they went on vibes and feelings and said, we're just going to do it anyway. Then, when that came out to be a complete failure and it went from complete annihilation, obliteration, to severe damage, to actually we didn't do shit and they were empty. Net loss, no, zero, not even burnt paper. Not funny. Not funny. All right. Then all of a sudden it switched to, please don't retaliate. Hey, China, go talk to them and beg them not to hit us in the pockets because that's not what we wanted. We wanted them to do something that would make our people afraid. And at the same time, all of a sudden, not all of a sudden, it changed from they had nukes to we need a regime change. We need to make Iran great again. We need to liberate them. We need to protect their women and their gays. And this is all because of the minerals they have. I forgot what it's called, but they found 7,000 tons of it. And so America went, someone needs freedom. So here we are in Iraq version 2, and for some reason, all the young people don't know that this is a playbook they already use. But for those of us who watch the towers go down on TV in the middle of high school, we know. We know where this is going. This is the same exact playbook, all right? So it was only after those things failed, the strikes failed, the excuses failed, that all of a sudden it turned to, well, actually, we had intel that they were going to activate cells. Really? So then what was all the talk about the nukes for? If that was a way to stop them, well, how was attacking their nuclear facilities going to stop the cells? How was that logical? So bullshit. Okay. But here's my rabbit hole. If there was some sort of communication that said something like that, I don't believe it because all of a sudden it's coming out now that everything else has failed. They're trying to say that's the excuse. But if they did, let's not forget that Russia has access to all of our ish and that Unky Drunky Whiskey PD is also a leak of information to Ruski, and Ruski backs Iran. So if they were planning this for months, like Unky Drunky PD accidentally admitted on Fox, that means they were in cahoots with the sugar baby, knowing that they were not going to actually figure out a deal. They were just going to distract them and let Izzy start going boo, 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 while they were pretending to work out a deal. And if Iran already knew that because Russia fed it to them, then I would believe, and this is the only way I would believe it, that they went ahead and released some sort of communique just to make them nervous, knowing that it was going to kick off the plan that the USA had been working on. That's one rabbit hole. The other rabbit hole is we already know that Izzy does all kinds of things when it looks like we're not going to do what they want. So them planting some fake communication, going, oh, look what we found. They're going to do sleeper cells. You better go take out the nuclear facility. Doesn't even make sense. This is why I'm disappointed in some of the you-know-whos that are leaving that part out and going, oh God, you guys, they're going to retaliate. They're chanting in the streets. They want the American people to feel the pain. Why are you harping up on that like we didn't do shit? Like we didn't start it. Like Izzy didn't start it. Like we didn't plan to betray them like this. We're cutting all that out and hopping to we're the victim. We're the victim, everybody. No one else in the world is buying this. The only people buying this are the Gravy Seals, Hillbilly ISIS, the people I live next door to decorated their house in antebellum style, okay, on Juneteenth, just so they can make it look like a plantation during Pride and Juneteenth. Those are the people that are like, yeah, send someone else to go do this, but I support it, all right? So remember the card pull, okay? Questions, curiosity, and building community and strength and support and purpose through our shared pain. They are attacking everyone in this country except dudes that look like Miller. And the flaw with that is that dudes that look like Miller are definitely the minority in America. We outnumber them. So while they try to whip up some Islamophobia on top of persons like me being found in trees, on top of black vehicles running over folks if they look Mexican, all of that, if you combine all of our powers over here, guess who we outnumber? Just a little reminder.